more of research, uh, recent years, especially I can tell, in recent years, when compared to the earlier years, most of the students, research scholars, are going for publishing their articles in accounting. So when we take up the earlier years, we can say that there were not many accounting researches, though it was peripheral. But now most of the people are interested in accounting research. The problem with accounting research is that basically we do not get the data. The data that is always taken up as very confidential by the corporate. It's quite difficult to get the data except those things which are published in the annual report. But the inner side, it is very difficult to get the data. But still, there are many researches that have been coming up recently in latest in latest and the recent areas, which is very much necessary for the improvement and for the development of accounting as a discipline. There are also moves from the Indian Accounting Association side that accounting be initiated as a separate discipline, not just as a part of the commerce education, but it should be recognized as a specialized discipline. So there is, so much of activity going on in IAA, and when you are becoming a member in IAA, there's so much scope for you to see that what are the various researches that are being discussed in various forums, and also as we have got one journal, and many more journals are going to be initiated in the very near future. So all these journals are helpful in spreading the knowledge about the accounting. So keeping in view all these benefits, that is, you can attend the annual conferences, you can get the latest trends in accounting discipline, and also various research forum. You can make this particular IA as a research forum. So keeping in view of all these benefits, so I really invite most of you who are not the members here to join IAA. And for your information, I would like to tell you that IAA has got 54 branches, and ours is very old branch. That is, we have started somewhere in the year 2004. We have with us Professor Obul Reddy, who is the president of the IAA Hyderabad branch, and also Dr. Murthy, A to Z Murthy, that is how we call him. He's the vice president, and we have got the joint secretary, Dr. Maruti Rao, and also Dr. Naresh Reddy, who is the treasurer, and myself as the general secretary. We have the past president with us, who is always very active and keeps us on the move, Professor Asalapati. And we have got so many other colleagues from the Department of Commerce who are the members in the Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad branch, and also Indian Accounting Association. We have with us Professor V. Apparao, who is going to be the future president in a way, that is, he is going to organize the conference for this year. It should have been happened by this time, but due to Corona pandemic, we could not do it. And as all of you know, we are looking forward to host this All India Accounting Conference, the 43rd conference at Hyderabad, in collaboration with Usmania University and the Hyderabad branch. So with these few words, I would like to just inform you that please do take the membership and do get the benefits. It is something like 3,600 you'll have to pay as a life member. Of course, you'll get the journal either online you can see, or you can opt for the offline journal, and you can just read that journal and see what are the various trends, recent trends in the accounting, and how the publications are being published. That's very important. for all of the participants here, because I understand that most of you are the faculty members and also the research scholars. So to commemorate this particular day, though it is accounting day for most of us, but we have chosen such a topic that which goes with almost all the disciplines. However, uh, so we have chosen referencing citations and plagiarism as a lecture to be delivered, and I am happy to tell you to share with you that this particular webinar has got the registrations to the extent of 550. So the participants are 550, and of course in Zoom we can admit only 100. Therefore, you are seeing the participants as 100. However, there is also a YouTube link with the through which you can really the remaining people have joined that particular link. I would like to tell you one more information that out of these 515 participants, the representation, the statewide representation we looked into, there are 16 states which are participating. It's really appreciable because it shows the love towards the research from the participants, because they want to see that they are going to do the research which is the original research. So always we stress upon the point that the research what you are going to do or publish, that must be original research. Therefore, maybe they have joined this particular webinar lecture with a view to improve their writing in such a way that similarity index is going to be lower than 10%. As all of you know, similarity index must be 10% or lower than that. Then only most of the journals are accepting the publications, that is to publish the article and also the thesis uh, at the university. This is a UGC guidelines that we are supposed to follow. Even at Usmania University, we are following that the similarity index should be less than 10%. So keeping in view the importance of conducting the research, which is original research, so we have chosen for this day, which is a very special day for all of us, that you will be learning something great about how to do your research originally. So that is why we have chosen this particular topic. I hope you will listen carefully and get benefited. We'll have interaction session also. Please do post your questions either through chat box or you can interact with the resource person. I welcome Dr. Chakravarthi for this day, great day. He has accepted our invitation. Thank you very much, Chakravarti. And also, I thank all the members, senior members, and also the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your initial remarks. Do we have Obalreddy sir and Moti sir with us? I don't see them in the list.
They said they will be joining.
Okay. Okay, so then we move on to the program. I call upon Professor K.V. Achalapati, the past president of Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad chapter, who was instrumental in establishing HYD-Branch in Hyderabad and also actively takes part in various committees of IAA to address the gathering. Achalapati, sir.
Good evening to all of you. At the outset, let me congratulate the Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad chapter in conducting this Foundation Day, Indian Accounting Foundation Day. Yes, in Bengal and Rajasthan and other places also people are celebrating today. We also joined. In fact, we are always in forefront, as rightly pointed out by the branch secretary. The branch secretary and head of the department, Professor Usha Kiran, the Dean Faculty of Commerce, Professor Apparao, Professor Professor Prashant Atma, the chairperson Department of Commerce, Osmania University, and all other members. I am very delighted to participate in this because it's an all India participation, as I have seen from the chat box. There are more than 100 in this particular 97 members are there in this directly participating, and others in the YouTube. So two things I would like to say. Number one, Indian Accounting Association, uh, we have established our Hyderabad chapter in 2005. Professor Ranjan Kumar Bal also joined us. He is also a past president of Indian Accounting Association. They have conducted the program in 2004 at Odisha, and then 2005 followed by them. We have done the program in Hyderabad. After a gap of 15 years, 2020, again we have volunteered to come forward and conduct the international conference on accounting, as well as the All India Accounting Conference under the leadership of Professor Apparao. As all of you are aware, due to the COVID, we have postponed, and even now we are always ready, but unfortunately, the COVID is not permitting us. Maybe Professor Apparo will clarify. Most probably in the month of November, we are planning to conduct. So Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad chapter is a very vibrant chapter because we have a system of conducting 3 programs definitely every year. Those 3 programs are nothing but the 3 topics declared in the meeting, annual general body meeting in every year. Those topics we pick up. We pick up one practical chartered accountant or cost accountant to uh, speak on the subject of accounting related research topic, and we will request one professor to give the analytical opinion on that and thereby identify the researchable areas in that particular topic. So this is we have been doing for a long time, but Professor Soral and Professor Sanjay Bayani have both of them are president and general secretary today. From last 1 year, if you observe, because of pandemic, instead of IAA becoming inactive, we became more vibrant online. Yes. Even though it is online, we could not do on offline, but we could do on online. I think more than 20 to 30 programs are done by All India Accounting Association in different branches, including our branch. Our own branch, we have done more than 4 programs. We respond to the challenges fast. We had a curriculum problem. When a national education policy was declared, immediately we have conducted a program. When there is a curriculum made by the IIA, we immediately responded. Hyderabad chapter is always vibrant. Similarly, the branch secretary today, third time, she has brought out a topic that most relevant topic to the accounting research people is about the citations, references, and plagiarism. So citations, references, if you take into account, as he rightly pointed out, it was a challenge in getting the data. Today, the data is at your fingertips. Just you type in the keywords, you will get the references. And at the keywords, you will get the data, organized data. Some are paid, some are unpaid. If you want corporate data, you need to pay. Otherwise, if it is general annual reports, you don't have to pay. So we are able to collect and then do it. But once the facilities are increased, obviously we will face the challenge of duplication. People just copy, cut, paste, copy. We believe in cut paste to such an extent that WhatsApp also, if you get a lengthy message from someone,
we don't read.
You would read hardly 5 lines. Oh, this is very useful. I will forward to others. but I will not read. So that is the tendency today we have, and that will block everyone's telephone full, and cleaning of that phone itself becomes a problem. But utility value of the sender and the receiver is absolutely bad. And if there are any legal issues, you are also trapped in the legal issues. So if we such kind of attitude if we develop, it is challenge for the researcher. Researcher says that how long you did. I did 5 years, I did 7 years, I did 8 years. People will talk. No one will do 7 years research. Let me give you a frank opinion with a 40 years of teaching experience. Hardly we do for 1 year maximum or 2 years, especially in social sciences. Only problem is we don't do it continuously. We are active for 2 years, 2 months, again off for 6 months, another again you come back 1 month or 2 months, the data becomes irrelevant, so literature becomes irrelevant, you become irrelevant. So this is the problem with the researchers. So researchers, even full-time researchers, this is a challenge. I am talking this not from any textbook, but purely from my experience. So I would advise the youngsters to take it as a full-time program. 90% of I'm sorry to say this, 90% of the research scholars in traditional universities are joining the research program, becoming a JRF rank holders. Even JRF rank holders also are not taking research seriously. Instead, they use this particular period as a pretext to utilize for some other competitive examinations and others. After the term is over, they will start the PhD work because they will be in loss at that time. They will realize only that. So this tendency has to go. The last point I would like to say about the plagiarism. Once you know this is the problem, the plagiarism is a major challenge after the internet sources are available now. You must be more careful in downloading. Download, cut, paste. That attitude should go. If you start reading them and retaining in their brain, then only plagiarism will come down. Because technical parts I am not taking. Expert is there, Dr. S. Chakravarthi is there. He is a great man, excellent speaker. I have heard him good number of times. But he will speak many technicalities. I am talking non-technicalities. The non-technicalities are human errors. The human error is 90% of the researchers go for procrastination. People in IIM and people in IIT or people in topmost research institute, IIS and others, when they are able to do research, good research, quality research, why we are not able to do it? The simple reason is traditional universities, people are very liberal and they do not take it serious because they consider after doing PhD again I will be unemployed. Instead, let me try for employment now. If I don't get employment anywhere, then I will start my PhD work. This tendency has to undergo change. With the due apologies to all, I have no intention to hurt anyone, but I am saying that plagiarism will not be there if you work with your brain. If you work with only computers, there will be only plagiarism, and any number of sessions you attend, it will be of no use. With this, with such skeptical remarks, I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to speak, and I wish the program a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Achalpati sir. We totally agree that pandemic has taught us to respond to the challenges and made us to learn. And this is how IAA could organize many webinars during this COVID time. I'm sure the inputs provided in this webinar will be very useful to the researchers in bringing out the qualitative output. Thank you so much, sir. I'm glad to invite Professor V. Apparao, the Conference Secretary of 43rd All India Accounting Conference, to be held at Department of Commerce, Osmania University during this year. Sir is presently the Dean Faculty of Commerce and also is an Executive Committee member at Osmania University. I request Apparao, sir, to address the gathering. Apparao, sir. Over to Apparao, sir.
Good evening. Am I audible?
You're audible, sir.
Ganesh, audible?
Yes, I'm fine, sir.
Okay. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Professor K.V. Achalapati, former Dean Faculty of Commerce and also past President, Indian Accounting Association, and my colleagues from the Department of Commerce, Professor V. Ushakaran, Madam, Head Department of Commerce and also General Secretary, Indian Accounting Association, HYD-Branch, and we have my colleagues online, Dr. B. Sandhya Rani, Mr. M. Venkatesh is my student and is supporting the technical part of the program, and other colleagues attending this program. I don't know how many are attending, and dear participants from throughout India. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And almost 100 members are there on online, and more than 500 as per Venkatesh version. 500 members are viewing through YouTube connection. So this is a great and good program. So because of the title, majority of research scholars have joined in this program. So the credit goes to Professor V. Ushakaran Madam for identifying the topic and conducting this program on the occasion of IAA Foundation Day celebrations. So I think this year only, last year we have not organized very systematically Foundation Day. Last year also in March only, but because of this again pandemic situation just started, just we have conducted one meeting and shared our ideas. But we will be very thankful to and grateful to all the office bearers of IAA, present office bearers and past office bearers and past presidents for their contribution for the development of Indian Accounting Association. And as Professor Achalapati sir also pointed out, so it is one of the dynamic association when compared to other associations. And so we are conducting so many programs even during pandemic and pandemic situation. And almost the national body also conducted so many programs online. And thanks to our President Professor G. Soral and also General Secretary Professor Sanjay Bayani. So because of their initiation, then we are able to listen so many accounting aspects, other aspects through online. So we have completed 50 years, almost we are celebrating Golden Jubilee celebrations of Indian Accounting Association. And coinciding this, actually, we were planning to conduct 43rd All India Accounting Conference last year only in November or December. But because of Corona problem, so it is deferred and postponed to the 2021. And there was a meeting in January 4th, 2021. And as per the IA national body decision, and the program, the All India Accounting Conference should be conducted on offline mode, that is physical mode only. And again, national body will review the situation in this month or next month and decide the dates. So most probably it may be conducted in the months of November, October, November, December. Once the meeting is over, then we may be able to inform the dates also. But meanwhile, for the information of the participants and IA members, we have developed the website of 43rd All India Accounting Conference website tentatively without accepting delegate fees and also papers. But just for the sake of information, we have developed, it is live mode only. You can also visit you can visit the website title is 43aic.com, 43aic.com. And even if you visit Indian Accounting Association website, if you click 43rd All India Accounting Conference, you will be able to see the total data. So the history of Indian Accounting Association and what are the topics. This time, the conference will be held on three main topics like digital accounting, tax accounting, and corporate disclosure and compliance. Apart from two common topics like accounting education one, and second is accounting research. In all, we have five topics. So the participants and researchers may start writing the papers. If you have already written the papers, you just keep ready. And once we accept the delegate fees and papers, you can start submitting the papers, and we will review, and you will be invited for the conference. So there are around more than 6,000 members are there, and 56 branches. Not a joke, because recently two branches also established. One from Warangal, that is Telangana area, another from Kerala. Like that, so every year, Indian Accounting Association is expanding like anything. So more than 600, as of today, 6,650 members are there. So consisting of academicians, practitioners, etc. So I request the participants, if you have not taken membership, please take membership by paying 3,600 life membership. And you can nowadays you can also directly take membership by visiting Indian Accounting Association website. We have a permanent website, Indian Accounting Association website. You can enter your data and pay the 3,600 online. Then directly you will get the receipt, and you will get also you will also get the membership number. So if you are from Maharashtra, then you will be given one branch from Maharashtra. If you are from Telangana, so you will be given membership in Hyderabad or Warangal as per the address and the place of work. So that's why. So please take membership, because this association mainly focusing on accounting and accounting areas. So you can enhance your accounting knowledge and share your ideas with senior teachers and practitioners if you attend the physical conferences. So with this and here present topic is important, because nowadays the research, because earlier before 2090s, very limited number of students were able to do PhD. But nowadays majority of students after completion of MCOM, they are attending they are joining PhD courses. But as Professor Achalapati sir pointed out, they are not taking seriously. Earlier there was no plagiarism actually, but because of manipulations in the research process, UGC has introduced a plagiarism test before going to submit the thesis. So earlier it was not there, because it is linked to the honesty and commitment towards the research, because we have done honestly and systematically. But nowadays, because of online and internet data, so just students are downloading the information and using in the research process. So that's why, so there is a need for a plagiarism. And now we are following 2018 UGC regulations for plagiarism test. And earlier up to 25% is permitted, but now only it is reduced to 10%. The similarity index should be less than 10%. If it is more than 10%, then there will be punishment also. So that's why, so the present presentation by Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi from our Usman University. So he will enlighten about the plagiarism and also references, citations, etc. What are the measures you have to take and how you have to proceed. So definitely useful to all the research scholars. Even if you are writing paper also, definitely this presentation may be useful. So once again, let us congratulate each other on the occasion of IAA Foundation Day. Special credit goes to IAA Hyderabad branch. And on this occasion, we are going to share the knowledge of references, citation, and plagiarism. So with this, I conclude my speech. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Parav sir. We are very excited and looking ahead for the 43rd All India Accounting Conference to see the light of the day. We are very sure that it will be a grand success and COVID will not be a limitation in its participation. Thank you very much for your advice.
Thank you. Thank you.
On account of Indian Accounting Association Foundation Day, Hyderabad chapter has arranged a lecture on references, citations, and plagiarism, which will be delivered by Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi, Senior Assistant Professor, Library, Osmania University. It's my pleasant duty to introduce the resource person. Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi specializes in library automation, digitization, DSpace, e-resources, information retrieval system, search strategies, information and communications, digital standards and formats, plagiarism, etc. He has delivered lectures as resource person at and universities. He is a research supervisor, coordinator for anti-plagiarism, and in charge for Shodh Ganga project and e-Shodh Ganga e-journals at Osmania University. We welcome you, sir, and request you to share your knowledge with all of us. Over to Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi.
It's my pleasure.
Over to A.S. Chakravarthi, sir.
Turn to 1 minute, madam. Sir is not there in online.
Okay, okay. Even I will call him.
నన్ను చేయమంటావా?
Good evening, everyone. Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi will be joining in very short time. He'll be joining us. Actually, he joined and I think for some reason we could not see his appearance here. So please bear with this. For 5 minutes, he'll be joining. Meanwhile, we'll just continue with this program. It is something like Professor Apparao, please join and let us just give them the topic for the forthcoming seminar. Like we have one thing always, there is an international seminar on accounting education. That is a part of this annual conference. And also along with that, we have the international seminar on accounting research. So you can write down your papers in accounting research as well as accounting education. Both these areas can be covered and you can present your papers in the international seminar. along with that, we have 3 sessions. So let Professor Apparao give the names of those sessions. So those who are interested in writing the papers, they can just think of it. All these all this information is available on the website, but still you can just hear from Professor Apparao. Professor Apparao, please
Yes, ma'am.
mention the
Yes,
titles of the those
Just,
3 sessions.
just now I have given, madam. Again, I will share.
Yeah, once more.
For the information of the online participants, already madam has given 2 topics, common topics. One is accounting education, second is accounting research. These are the common topics in all the seminar conferences. Plus, there will be 3 different topics. Now, one is digital accounting, second tax accounting, third corporate disclosure and compliance. So though these topics are decided almost 1 year ago, last year, 2019, December, these topics are decided at Jodhpur conference, that is on Jainarana University. But they're still relevant because digital accounting cannot be outdated. Tax accounting, evergreen. Then corporate disclosure also evergreen. So that's why. So I request all the participants, if you are not started writing the paper, you just keep in mind digital accounting with reference to any company, like say manufacturing organization or say service sector or some software industry like that. So insurance companies. So any topic you can take and write the paper, and it should be research based, and accordingly you can submit. Tax accounting also say one of the best topics. Corporate disclosure, like what are the disclosure requirement, then the role of accounting standards, and similarly what are the recent developments in corporate disclosure practices and compliance as per Companies Act 1956 and 2013, and similarly Income Tax Act. So like that, there are different themes available, and please visit the website 43aic.com. So it is in dynamic mode only. So you will get full information about the 43rd All India Accounting Conference to be held in Usman City. So actually, it will be decided because just now I shared, if everything goes well, we may organize in the months of October, November, December, and we are expecting around say 1,500 to 2,000 delegates throughout India. So because it is combination of academicians and practitioners, the uniqueness of accounting association is there will be chartered accountants, then cost accountants, and also company secretaries in the IAA association. So that's why you can listen from the practitioners. We will also invite say 2-3 foreign experts for delivering keynote address, and so that you can also share your knowledge with them and vice versa. So then, as I said earlier, membership is very, very important. As of today, more than 6,000 members are there. And here, when compared to Indian Commerce Association is almost 70 years old. That is also oldest organization. They have more than 10,000 members, but there is no branch system for Indian Commerce Association. So almost whoever is members in Indian Accounting Association, members in Indian Commerce Association, and vice versa. Then the difference is here we have branch system. So branch wise we can organize local programs, and we can invite some national, international personalities and share the knowledge. So that's why. So please take membership, and if anybody is attending from Hyderabad or Warangal or Telangana area, please take membership in Hyderabad branch or Warangal branch as per your place of work. And for that you need to pay 3,600 only, like for life membership. Now that membership fee may be increased in the next conference, that is in Usman University. So it may be more than 5,000 or 6,000, and lifelong you will be invited for conferences. You will be provided free accommodation, and also you will be allowed for paper submission. and like that it is 2-day conference. All India Accounting Conference is 2-day. So normally hosting university will provide accommodation for 3 nights and 2 days. It is a big event. It is a big gathering, and so I hope you will take membership and attend the future conferences. Hello? Okay, okay. హలో అది రిమూవ్ చేసినట
It is to inform all the participants here. In another 2-3 minutes, Dr. Chakravarthi will be joining us. So there is some technical issue. So please bear with us. So in another 2-3 minutes, he'll be joining us. So meanwhile, let us just talk a little bit about how to write research papers in accounting. So as far as accounting area is concerned, we have got to choose first the area where we would like to write the accounting paper. So as far as the areas are concerned, it may be human resource accounting, or it may be corporate governance or disclosures, especially disclosures, accounting disclosures, or it may be something related to various accounting decisions which the various members will be taking up in any company. So these are some of the areas where you can explore. And sometimes audit. When you are looking at the audit, what happens is there are so many audit objections that come whenever the auditors are checking up their accounts, the accounts of the companies or accounts of various firms. So we have got so many audit objections. So what we have to do is we have to find out what are these red flags and where exactly the things are not transparent, and what can be done to cut down such kind of red flags that we can think of. So it so happens to most of the people like us, when we look at the annual report, what happens is everything looks correct only. But as you read deep into the annual report, the various statements of accounts, then we do understand as to what exactly is the difference. So when we take up the data of past few years, definitely we'll understand, like, what are the various policies that are undergoing change in presenting the accounts, and whether these policies are being reflected or not. So all these things will have to be really considered, and you can think of writing down a research paper in such area. Though it is a bit difficult. So I tell you that writing a paper in accounting is really difficult job, because we are dealing with the data which is really confidential data. Therefore, We have to be very careful in analyzing the data and all that. So when you are looking at the tools which you will be using while writing down the research papers in accounting, I would like to just tell you about one tool, especially to those people who are using annual report, and then with the help of the information that is presented in the annual report, if you are trying to go for writing down a paper, one of the best tools what you can use is content analysis. So let me just share a little bit about content analysis. What exactly is content analysis? So as far as content analysis is concerned, we are going through the data, that is the various sentences, the various content that is there in the annual report, and based on the content, after analyzing as to how exactly this content is being presented in the annual report, then based on that, we just try to see whether the data that is presented is really correct or not. That is one thing we can decide. Whether it is meeting the full disclosures as specified in the accounting standards, that also we can verify, and whether the annual reports are up to the quality or not. All these things we can really decide. So while using the content analysis, what we have to do is we have to just look into the various sentences that form a part of the annual report. And then what we do is we just see whether the information is adequately given or inadequately given. And sometimes no information is given. So what we can do is we can just transform this level of information into various percentages, and using those percentages we can say whether the data is actually presented adequately, whether it is meeting the full disclosures or not, or else there is no content at all about a specific subject. So if so, then it would be something like we give a zero value to that. If full disclosures are there, then it would be something like full marks, that is 1 is given to that content, and if it is moderate, it may be 0.5. So when we are taking these values for various parameters, what we identify, then considering the various parameters and considering the values what we assign to the information, whether it is adequately covered or not adequately covered, then we can just come out with the index score. And by using the index score, we can always interpret as to whether the information what we got through the annual report on a specific topic, like accounting disclosures or anything, whatever you are taking as your research area, then whether that particular information is adequately covered or not, that can be found out. And using the index content analysis and index score, you can interpret the data and you can write down your conclusions. That is one of the most interesting case of the accounting research case. Along with this, you can also use ratios, which are always right from the income level to the level to keep using ratio, like volume ratio.
Technical problem, huh? Is there a technical problem? Not able to hear
I think
జాయిన్ అయిపోయింది సార్. ఒక
yeah,
నిమిషం.
Chakravarthi sir has joined.
ఆల్రెడీ అడ్మిట్ చేసిన నేనే. ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ నౌ అడ్మిటెడ్ సార్. వెయిట్. సో
good evening, one and all.
we welcome
Chakravarthi sir, sorry and welcome you.
Okay, madam. Unfortunately, actually, this is the first time to me. Somebody removed me. Okay, actually, the person is sharing my presentation.
సంధ్యారాణి.
Sir, sir, Chapan sir.
Are you introducing? Say something and you will start.
Acha, should I? Okay.
Yes, just introduce him and.
Sure. Like on this day of the foundation celebrations, Hyderabad chapter has organized a lecture on references, citations, and plagiarism, which will be delivered by Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi, who is a senior assistant professor from Library, Osmania University. He specializes in library automation, digitization, e-space, e-resources, information retrieval system, search strategies, information and communication, digital standards and formats, and plagiarism, etc. He has delivered many lectures as a resource person at institutions and universities. He is a research supervisor and the coordinator for the anti-plagiarism and is in charge for Shodh Ganga project and e-Shodh Ganga e-journals at Osmania University. Chakravarthi sir, we are very sorry that because of the technical problem, so for some reason you got removed, and we are happy that you have rejoined us, and we welcome you and request you to share your knowledge with all of us. Over to Chakravarthi sir.
Thank you so much. I have shared my presentation to your mail. Please open it and share the presentation, and so that I'll explain by seeing in my laptop.
Okay.
Sandhya ma'am.
Chakravarthi, welcome. Chakravarthi, welcome. This is Dr. Indrakandi Shekhar.
Sir, Shekhar sir, good evening. I've seen you in the list.
Yeah. Sir, kindly make it your phone horizontal, sir. మీరు కొద్దిగా నిలువుగా కనబడుతుంది, అడ్డంగా పెట్టండి.
ఓకే కానీ అది ఫోన్లోనే చేస్తుండ్రా?
ఫోన్ నుంచి చేస్తున్నాను సార్ నేను. యాక్చువల్లీ సిస్టమ్ లో అది లాగిన్ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది సార్.
పర్లేదు సార్, పర్లేదు. It is nice. It is good.
No, okay.
Sir, before my presentation, I'll show a small statistical information. I'll read actually because I get this. Since 2018 July, I'm taken in charge of for anti-plagiarism software Osmania. Almost I've checked 2,655 theses in these 2.5 years, multiple times.
Great.
First of all, I'll explain what is the impact of this on Osmania University and the faculty and research scholars. Almost 929 titles I've checked on this software. Out of that, 919 accepted and submitted, awarded something. Few people are awarded in that. Only rejected due to copied information in that. This is the statistical information, and I'll share because the first place occupied by chemistry, almost 155 theses awarded in these 2.5 years, and next comes to management, almost 140 theses I've checked and awarded, maybe submitted and awarded. Regarding commerce, almost 38 students submitted for checking, and almost all 38 students are accepted. Because commerce and business management, I don't know what they are using and what way they are designing their research report. Nowadays, they are coming directly under 10%, because that is the latest percentage what we fixed in Osmania University. And people are coming directly when I checked first time, and people are coming directly to that percentage. No need for any revision or something like. And regarding my presentation, actually, one more thing, the impact continues. Before we started this program in Usman University, almost 500 theses submitted every year in 2016, 17, like that. Since 2018 onwards, that submission is drastically reduced to 250 to 300 between. That is the impact in research scholars and supervisors. And the next one is the size of the thesis also reduced drastically. Like before 2018, that was 300 plus pages, usually permits. Now it comes to 150 at an average. Few theses in chemistry below 100 pages also. That is also another impact. And regarding my presentation, I think someone is sharing my presentation. This is actually plagiarism detection, control, and legal implications. Almost some of the places have recently in your department also I've presented same. Still continue as it is. Plagiarism is nothing but hijacking of literature, a theft, literary adoption without taking permission of the owner. That is nothing but absence of ethics, citation problems, something like. And what I'm anybody question, please let me know. Sandhya ma'am.
Sir, I'm downloading. Just a second.
Please share that, because
sure.
that I parallelly I can
sure,
explain, because my presentation slides contain some citations, because if anyone applies proper citation and writes their bibliography in proper style formats, automatically that will be excluded from thesis. It excludes automatically. My presentation, wherever there is a necessary, I applied quotations or citations for that text I have used in my presentation, so that I can explain by seeing that presentation. Okay, one author, Mellon, in 1889, what he explained: a thief in literature is nothing but the plagiarist steals the thoughts of another. Why? Because actually this is a sentence given by Mellon in 1989. And I've presented as it is in my work. I cannot modify that, because what he said, I'm using the same thing, and I've applied quotation for that, and I'm also given total credit of that statement. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, second. Okay, thank you. The second line, you please observe that a plagiarist is a thief in literature, one who steals the thoughts or writings of another. Because if you are applying anything, copying anything directly and without modifying and adding into this in your work, just put in this way, like just put quotations and give credit to the owner, like 1980 the second line shows. If you do in that way, that will be automatically excluded from the work. Actually, in up to 1709, there is no copyright, there is no control, there is no intellectual property rights or nothing. In 1709, Statute of NA claimed ownership. That is nothing but the copyright. After that, please go to third slide. Yes, okay. Copyright and international area of law has been embraced by many nations since the oldest international agreement on copyright, like Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works. Because in 1899, one convention happened in Berne, conducted by World Intellectual Property Organization in 1886. Since then, copyright questions, that agreement was signed by almost 119 nations, including India, China, and many other countries. Since then, we are protecting copyright of others, also copyright ourselves. Okay, intellectual property right, something like. Since then, we are using and we are supporting. We are respecting all other countries' copyright. And what is plagiarism? This is nothing but copying of another work, ideas or expressions without appropriate acknowledgement or presenting these ideas, expression as your own. Of course, we are doing. What we are doing when we need any information, we are opening Google and we are typing there something keywords, and we are getting some information in that, and immediately what we are doing, we are copying and pasting. We are copying and pasting, and it starts creating problems. Okay, When you copy something, before that, you have to acknowledge that information. And people think that whatever the information available on internet is free. No, don't think in that way. Each and every page on internet is protected with copyright. And if you go down to that page, you can find that copyright is protected with publisher, author, something like, and see in circle, it will show. Okay, that each and every page is protected. You can use online. You cannot copy and make use in your document. If you are using some extent, yes, you give credit to the owner of that work. Okay. Next slide, please. To steal and pass off as owns work, of course, we are doing this using without crediting the author, comes under plagiarism. Plagiarism also includes the use of the work of lecturers or other students as your own, because not only students copy from lectures, even lecturers also copying from student work, because that was happened. Because I have so many examples that I cannot share right now. Some lecturers also copied students' work and presented somewhere in articles, and then later that student submits. When he submits, it shows some huge percentage which is already recorded in online papers or something like. Okay. And people think that if I copy only text or information from other source, that will be copied. Don't think in that way. Not only the text which is there in books and journals, data or images presented in tables, diagrams, designs, plans, photographs, films, whatnot, everything. Because some students ask me, I will not copy, sir. I will type by seeing on screen. If it is matches the sequence, automatically it shows that copied information. Okay. Even if you copy any image from Google and present in your document, Google shows that this image from the website or somewhere, some other source, it directly shows the source. My suggestion is you can copy and paste in your work. At the same time, you have to present the source from where you copied in a proper citation style or presentation, something like. Okay. A role of librarian in between students' work and this plagiarism software, because librarians are well trained in citation standards, bibliographies, because these topics are part of my curriculum. And not only myself, and various universities engaged librarian in controlling all these things. Even you can see University of Hyderabad also engaged library and librarian in controlling all these things in JNTU and in IIIT. So many places where librarians are involved in controlling all these things, and librarian provides information. Because Sunday ma'am read my profile, that I am also in charge for E-Sodh Ganga, E-Sodh Gangotri, and E-Sodh Sindhu. These are the projects I'm in charge. Since 2005 onwards, almost 15 years, I'm giving e-resources to entire university, and as well as I'm also conducting so many awareness programs, because I know where the information available, where the information is. Libraries provide information to users, and they have knowledge to find out where information is, and even we can also check where information is plagiarized. Okay, in majority of the universities, in US and other countries, deans, what they are doing, they are engaging libraries in conducting plagiarism awareness program just like this. Okay, of course, I'm also involved in this, and I've conducted this awareness program in almost all the departments. In addition to that, in so many other lectures, in workshops and something. And additionally, in plagiarism, because people think that copyright plagiarism will start from the students in higher education, something like. Okay, and we have our own policy that we will protect copyright. Each and every education institutions policy is to protect intellectual property rights and copyright. We are also framed Usman University a policy in protecting copyright and all, and regarding plagiarism, and such policies in various universities like academics misconduct deserving of punishment. Anybody deviates that policy or copied information is more in their work, of course they have to face some punishment or academic misconduct, something like. Even punishments will be like warnings, redo, because in my place place what I'm doing. Some people coming with a huge percentage like 30-40% something. I'm sending back to redo. Okay, that type of thing I'm doing here. And almost 10 to 15 people totally suspended. Suspended means I'm not encouraged to check it again, because that the 10 or 15 people got more than 80% of copied information in their work. Okay, legal consequences. Please move consequences, etc. observed in other environment. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Yes. Next again.
Sir, is this the one?
Next one. Yes. Why you writers plagiarize? Inability to discuss the issues in a critical manner, that is nothing but lack of paraphrasing. This is my observation actually. Lack of paraphrasing, because people come from rural background and they are unable to write even one paragraph in a proper English. That is the reason people depend on the existing information, whether from online or an offline something like. And lack of incorrect in citations, purely summarizing the text without creating relevance with the topic. Just they will copy and paste. Even they will not see whether that paragraphs are connected in between or not. Okay, this is the problem occurs in some places, that due to this lack of skills in writing. And Howard, what he said in 1995, observes that an absence of ethics or an ignorance of citation convention. These are the two things people used to follow. Something like, will catch me. Nobody will catch if I copy, paste. Who will catch? Who will punish me? Something like this is nothing but the absence of ethics and ignorance of citation cells. People will copy from various places, and at that point of time, people unable to take the source in a proper way. Later, what happens when they submit finally, they are unable to find out from where which source they copied, and it creates so many problems. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, researcher forced to depend on the previous knowledge. This is nothing but the review of literature that is already found by others before investigations, experimentations. We have to continue at that point. Even research is nothing but this doing again when other scholars or other scientists stopped the research, where we have to adopt some information that already created. Even we will follow that in our review of literature. We will collect so many reviews and we will present in our document one of the chapter. Maybe people, it depends on the departments, because in some departments they'll include all these things in the introduction, and some departments they'll create separate chapter for reviews and all. And my sincere suggestion is copy reviews, collect reviews from various sources, and you present in your own style, in your own way. One of the slide I'll show, maybe it will come after some 10 or 15 slides, how to present all these things. And past knowledge is required to substantiate the arguments or statements, and to refine or to develop better theories, something like. This creates, it's a mandatory to all the research activity to present a review of literature or past knowledge. Borrowing the already existing knowledge, it opens up a chance for coming into purview of plagiarism. Definitely, because when we want to continue the research where the other people stopped, definitely we have to gather some information and we have to present in our document. Okay, it creates some problems and it comes under the purview of plagiarism. And one more thing is, please go to next slide. And many people, especially in academics and research environments, have almost a necessity for publishing, because publish or perish, because we have a rule that each and every scholar has to publish 2 articles in their research period, like on the topic same what the research topic is. Okay, that leads to so many things, pasting, something like Because I'll explain. I express my one of the observation here. Because one student from chemistry department send his thesis to me, and he wrote chapters. And what he did, he published each and every chapter as an article, and he published 8 articles in different places. And he claims that I've published 8 articles from 8 chapters. If you exclude all articles, automatically my percentage will be reduced. What I did, I've checked the same thesis in Turnitin, and he got 40 or 50 in between, and so much of argument in between the student and myself. And after removing all 8 articles, that is excluding from the thesis, checked, still that person got 30 to 35% in between. Then what happens actually, that student wrote all 8 articles from the internet information. The same thing he added into in that person's thesis. When I removed 8 articles of students already published, and software, what it will do, it checks from the original source, from where the student is copied for his article. Okay, it creates so many problems. This is the problem I'm facing. Later, I've explained everything, and he rewrited, later submitted and awarded. And and this has been a tempting impact on authors, because almost 70% of information is available on internet in electronic form. Okay, this is also a tempting information. To be frank, when we need any information, we are not opening any book, and we are not going to a library. We are opening internet and opening in Google and searching by giving so many keywords in that. Later, we are getting lakhs of records. From that, we are copying and pasting. Okay, this is nothing but tempting impact, because so much of information available on internet. Why should we create? Why should we write? Why should we type it? Simple. About that internet information available on public domain display. Don't think this is very dangerous. And whenever you copy, whenever you copy anything, just copy and paste in your document. At the same time, you please copy the source, a link of that website, and paste below that copied information, so that later you can rewrite according to your style format, like API or MLS style. Presentation of your internet source also in a different way, that I will show. And some cases identified, actually, you see in Park in 2008, page number 14, because I'm citing and giving credit to the owner each and every time, in every slide from where I've copied. Okay, state that many times the students are accused of indulging in plagiarism, but don't think in that way. Not only students, authors, researchers, scholars, so many people also indulged plagiarism from various places, like thesis, dissertations, term papers, journal articles, so many places. Or also state that students are not the inventors of plagiarism. People think that only students will copy. No, don't think in that way. Even the faculty member also copying. And because students, why we are students? Because I'm checking only students' papers. I'm not checking faculty members or something. If I check each and every faculty members articles, definitely they will also comes under this plagiarism, like 10 or 20%, maybe some people get 30-40%. Okay, according to the previous information given by the not only students or faculty members, so many star worlds or intellectual celebrities, something like, also indulged in plagiarism. Like you see in this slide, William Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Michael Jackson, Steven Spielberg, Albert Einstein, all these people also indulged in plagiarism. You can see that somewhere, like when you watch any movie, you can also imagine that this type of scene already seen in Hollywood movie. Okay, that what they will do, they will copy and they will remix something like, and they will create a new. But the concept when we watch, we can go to that previous movie, something like. Okay, next slide, please. Some recent cases, you see this. CNN and Time recently suspended Indian American journalist on a plagiarism charge. And not recently, actually, this was taken very long back. He was accused of indulging in his column about gun laws for time, like a paragraph copied from Gilleport's article, which was published in New Yorker, and added in his article gun laws, and which was published in Time magazine. that was closely resembled. Later, that person admitted the charges and subsequently apologized. Actually, you please observe this slide. This slide actually I've taken from a source, and I've given credit to the owner at the bottom of this slide. Okay, just in the same way, if you do anything, if you copy anything from various sources, you please give credit to the owner, so that automatically excludes. Okay, this is the source I've taken from the Hindu paper. Then article written by Srilata K in 2012 August 20 in page number 1. And this is another case. You go to the next slide, please. And Rao, former director, founder of the Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, scientific advisor to Prime Minister of India at that time, 2011, and also indulged in plagiarism. One of the information is published in Journal of Advanced Materials is incorporating verbatim, like same as it is presented in the article published by CNN Rao and other scholars. Actually, unfortunately, CNN Rao is not indulged in plagiarism. The scholars wrote an article and added CNN Rao name in that, because later apologized and the issue was cleared. And this is also a source taken from the Hindu paper, Siddharth and Rahul, the author of that article, which was published in 2012, March 9, in page number 8. Okay, I'm presenting the source in a proper style. This is APA style. Okay, if you and one more thing, what we are using in Usman University called Turnitin plagiarism software, it automatically identifies 150 plus style formats like APA style, Chicago style, MLS style, Blue Book. I don't know how many styles are there, but it automatically identifies 50 internally recognized styles, and when any student writes in that style format, that automatically excludes. Okay, this is actually APA style. If I check this document, automatically that will be. And what I did, I've opened in Google and entered some keywords like we see India, India's plagiarism cases, and I got a very big list. Okay, a few things like this here. Come to next slide, please. Just please enter. Okay. Ex-Vice Chancellor of Delhi University sent to jail for plagiarism, later released. Because this is the case. Actually, this is actually source from Google that I was expanded. Okay, the few people indulged, few ex-Vice Chancellors indulged in plagiarism, later released. And this is one of the case. Former Delhi University Vice Chancellor Deepak Pental was sent to jail by a city court in a case alleged plagiarism of forgery. Okay, later released. And the next case you see, next slide, please. Hyderabad University Vice Chancellor admits to plagiarism. Plus Apparao Podele with evidence that three co-authored by him contained multiple instances cut and paste writing. Okay. Later, UGC has informed that 3 cases have come to their notice against Chandra Krishnamurthy, Vice Chancellor Pondicherry. Actually, this is one other case, like in 2015, Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Chandra Krishnamurthy, stepped down from that Vice Chancellor position due to plagiarism case. And so many other cases, like because I've taken all these things from internet. I'm not gathered from any other place. From internet, in Google, I've searched and opened and enlarged in the screen. Okay, so many other places, like you see, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith Varanasi, Anil Kumar Vipadhyay, Vinay Kumar Patak, and Chandra Krishnamurthy. So many. These are the people all indulged in plagiarism. Later apologized. She was closed. And next slide, please. What amounts to plagiarism? According to scholar guidelines or plagiarism.org, 6 words in a row without quotes or references is plagiarism. Anybody, if anything matches from internet source like 6 words as it is, that comes under plagiarism. But actually UGC extended up to 14 words in the Gazette notification. I'll show that Gazette notification, because you can also download from internet. In that Gazette, we are following that Gazette notification, and we are allowing only 10% right now. According to that Gazette notification, we are extended up to 14 words. Like anybody copies up to 14 words, software will not catch. If anybody copies more than 14 words, simultaneously comes under the purview of plagiarism. Okay, it's like you see, so many regional publishers even allow up to 60% in publishing their journals. Because if you go, if you want to publish your article in a reputed international journal, they will not allow more than 10%. And some people are also asking to turn it in report along with that. Okay. Types of plagiarism, actually broadly plagiarism.org broadly categorized into 3: intentional, unintentional, and self-plagiarism. Because intentional, yes, you go to next slide. Go to next slide, please. Yes. That 3 categories. In addition to that, there are plagiarism.org also identified 10 types. One, clone, like submitting another's work, we WordPress. This is one type of plagiarism. And Control C, like you see, we are using this. Control C contains significant portion of text from a single source, like paragraph or one page, without alterations. Okay, third is the find and replace, because our people are very intelligent in Usmania, and when there is huge percentage in first instance, what they are doing, they are applying this third technology. Please come back, please. Previous slide. Yes, please. Third one is find and replace. What people are doing in Usmania, in the first case, if they are getting 30 or 40%, maybe more than that, what they are doing, they are replacing words in a paragraph by using synonyms. Find and replace. Okay, they are not changing the entire paragraph. They are changing few words in that paragraph, and they are sending it to me again. And when I check it, there is no changing, because this software is very, very intelligent. If anyone changes few words by using synonyms, still other previous word and next word will, the position of that words will not change, and the paragraph size will not change, and the location each and every place. And software thinks in that way, and software still it shows the percentage of copied. Okay, remix multiple sources and fit together. That is nothing but copying from various sources and creating one more article. Okay, and borrowing recycle is nothing but borrowing generously from previous works without citation, like that self plagiarism. We are copying our own information again and again and publishing so many articles. So just title change, because nobody will catch you, nobody will punish you, because your work having copyright with you only. You cannot do, we cannot, nobody will catch you, nobody will punish you. Okay, that is nothing but recycle or retweet. We are treating again and again. Our own work will present in our next article. A few modifications will be there, and title will be changed, and we will send the same article to another journal. Okay, and hybrid combines perfectly cited sources, because one student, what they did, that person did, like he perfectly copied various from various sources, each and every paragraph, and also citations in a proper style. But there is no innovation in that. Okay, mixes 2 paragraphs from 2 sources and creates one more paragraph. This is one type of plagiarism mashup, because our people are intelligent. Copy, cut and paste is old traditional way, and find and replace also gone. And what they are doing now, copying 2 paragraphs from 2 sources and mixing 2 paragraphs and creating one more paragraph. Okay, like that, and aggregate error. And some people, what they will copy from one source, and they will give credit to the another source. Okay, like they copy from my article, and they will give another person's information at that moment. Okay, this is then immediately, because when software checks, it will not match. Text and citation will differ. Okay, it shows error. And aggregator includes paper citation from this, contains no original work, and retreat. Okay, this is intentional. Please come to next slide, please. Intentional will be like this: passing of one's own pre-written papers from the internet or other source. We will take from other people's information, and we will create one more paper, and what we will show to society that this is my own creation. Okay, intentionally people will do. Copy an essay or article from internet online source without quoting or giving credit. This is also intentional. And cutting and pasting from more than one source, creating a paper without quoting and giving credit. And borrowing words or ideas from other students or without giving credit. Actually, you please see the bottom. I've taken these 4 lines from MLA handbook, because this is not my own creation. I've taken from a source, and I've also mentioned that source in a proper way, that is APA style. MLA Handbook for Writers of Research Papers, 7th edition, the Modern Language Association, this is the publisher name, and place of publication is New York and 2009. This is the print one. Okay, please, next slide. Next one is unintentional. Because according to my observation, our students are comes into this category. Okay, because lack of paraphrasing, they will copy and they will paste as it is without modifying something like due to knowledge, unable to write in their own knowledge. Okay, changing few words without changing the sentence structure of the original, and some students structure but not the words. Paraphrasing purely, because some people, what they will do, they will start quotation but they will not close at the end of the copied information. Okay, this is also lack of knowledge in that area. Okay, putting quotation marks around a part of quotation but not around all of it. They will start quotations but they will not end the quotation. Okay, because due to lack of knowledge, and citation poorly, because automatically according to Gazette notification we will not check references or bibliography. Okay, because our students, what they are doing, they are presenting references or bibliography in their own style. Okay, if they present in their own style, and software treats it as a text and it shows the copied information. Okay, if they present references or bibliography by using proper style like MLA, Chicago, or something like automatically that excludes. Okay, actually these three intentional unintentional plagiarism points also taken from MLA handbook, and I have given credit to the owner. Okay, next slide please. Next slide. Yes, how to detect, because this is very important, because knowingly or unknowingly we will copy and we will collect information from various sources at the end of end, like while submitting our paper or review or research report, we will so many problems. How to detect? We will think about that, how to detect all the things from where I copied. It's very simple, because you can download, you can check your document online, because so many software available on internet that you can open that and you can upload your document, and at a few seconds, few minutes, something that depends on the size of your document, it provides the report. Actually, one of the thing is copycatch.com, where you can upload your document and check your document at what extent you copied, and even it shows the percentage of copied, and it will also show the sources from where you copied. Later you download that sources and present according to a given style, that will be excluded. And plagiarism.com, go to next slide please. Next slide again. Again, next slide please. Next slide. Thank you. Okay, I've collected some freely available plagiarism software on internet. Out of these three are commercial one. I'll explain. This plagiarism.org is free software. You can open and you can check your document. Integrate Guard also free. Turnitin and Authenticate is commercial. Okay, Duplichecker is free. Copyscape is free. My Dropbox Suite is free, and Dockup, easy verification engine, most everything is free, and even Viper. Not Archon, Turnitin, Authenticate, and Archon. These three are commercial one. If you want to check your document in that, you have to subscribe, or even if your institution subscribes, you can take login password to access that and verify. And I'll update one more important thing. Since 3 years we are using Turnitin in Usmania, and this year we have taken 1,000 users connectivity, and I'm providing access to each and every faculty member in Usman University after I get request from that person. And if anyone missing and any faculty member requires access to Turnitin, just please send a message to me, so that I'll create an account, and I will also show how to check the document if possible online. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Almost out of 900,000 users, 450 already users, faculty members are using. If anyone is missing, you please come to my notice, that send your details, I'll create your account. Okay, And these are the software you can check. And my sincere suggestion here is, whenever you upload a document into a free software or any commercial one, please check a very important message where that will be there on that web page, that do not index or no repository. Something sentence will be there in that way. If your document is indexed in their server, later it creates so many problems, because when you check second time, it shows 100% copied from that server. You cannot modify, because when you want to send your article to any journal and it asks for the plagiarism report, the first time when you check, it comes, maybe it is 10 to 20%, maybe you are not satisfied. If you want to check it again, which were already indexed into that server, it creates so many problems. Because I have also faced so many problems. So many faculty members checked without indexing, without applying that technique. That is nothing but do not index or no repository. That faculty members articles or thesis are indexed in Turnitin software, because I am the administrator. If I send in a proper way, that Turnitin people will remove from their server. Okay. You upload a document free software, because so many other security problems are there also there. Some people, what they will do, they will also utilize your text to other article. Okay, you be careful. If anyone in this group from Usman University, please send a message to me, send a mail, so that I'll create an account for you. Okay, you please, if it is in Turnitin, if it is indexed in Turnitin, I'm able to remove that. Okay. And in Usmania, we are only checking thesis which is in English language, and we are not checking, we are excluding where we are not added some few regional languages like Hindi, Telugu, Tamil. Suppose this way will check regional languages, and the students from that department, they are directly submitting to Usmania examination branch. Okay, and we have some software available on internet. You please next slide, please. Like you see, check for plague. This is very recently I've gone through the software, because the scope of the software is very less. So many, we can check regional languages thesis in this software, and it will show the percentage. But the thing is, regional language thesis, if that students are copied information from internet, that will only catch. If students taken information from the print books, the software will not enter into that. Okay. And scope of the software, next slide please. Scope of the software is, you see this, just it covers all regional languages. And next slide please. And this is about the CPF, check for place. Okay, yes, I'm skipping this. Next slide please. And this is very important one actually, because this today's topic is citation, presenting bibliography and plagiarism. This thing. This is the second one, like how to present our bibliography or citation, something like, because I've collected some free software and commercial software and presented in this slide. Yes, you see, EndNote, reference management, ProCite. These three are commercial software. If your institution or department or individually subscribe that, you can use, you can reorganize, rearrange your bibliography according to given style. And in addition to that, we have one more source, like open source software like JobBrief, Mendeley, and Zotero. These three are a free software, and just you can download this software into your system, and you upload your document which contains references bibliography, which references are unorganized, and this software automatically arrange according to given style with us, which style you want, like APA, MLA, Chicago, something like. It automatically rearranges. These three are free. You please check all these three, because next slide please. Next, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this is JobBrief. Next, Mendeley, and next one is Zotero. These three. Yes, you go to that website, just simply download and make use, and you rearrange your bibliography or maybe references according to given style. When anyone checks in a software, if it is in a proper way, arranged in a proper way, it excludes. Okay. And one more place where you can also create your own references in a given style. Even in MS Word, you can open like you see, just references, create a citation and arrange according to given style. Even your MS Word also arranges your bibliography in a given style. Okay, yes, you please go through that. And next is Turnitin. This is actually almost 90% worldwide institutions and universities following Turnitin. Because scope of Turnitin is more, like you see 62 plus billion web pages called. Each and every one is dynamic, because every day that figure will modify changes. And I'll give one more example, because in Usmania we are also subscribing so many commercial databases. One of the database called SciFinder, which cost around 46 lakhs for 3 years subscription. Okay, if anyone copies from the commercial database and paste in their research report or article, even Turnitin enters into commercial database and cross checks with that, and it provides the report at finally, and at what extent people copied from free sources, even from commercial sources. Okay, the scope of Turnitin is more and increasing day by day. And what you see, third line, Turnitin records service average turnaround around 23.9 seconds per paper. For example, if you are uploading 100 papers document to check in Turnitin, it takes almost below 5 minutes. Okay, between maybe 5 to 10 minutes, depends on the size, number of pages, depends on the size of the document, like in MBs and KB something like. Okay, even in 10 to 15 minutes, your total entire thesis will be checked by Turnitin and give report. Okay, and it also supports in 19 languages worldwide, not in Indian languages. Okay, this is about the scope of Turnitin. And you come to next slide, please. I've checked one document in Turnitin, and this will be like this. Okay, see, when I check the document, if that document contains copied information, immediately Turnitin applies color to that text. Yes, multiple colors. Just go to next slide, please. Multiple colors, like from one source it applies one color, from other source it applies another color. Like you see, these two paragraphs directly copied and pasted, directly copied without any modifications, without any adding into in between that. Okay, next slide, please. This is also contains each and every line is copied. Each and every line is copied from various sources. Finally, this person got 39%. The fast starting chapters are texts are copied, and when it comes to analysis part or results, conclusion, something like the copied percentage varies less. Finally, this person rewrite the thesis, submitted and awarded. And come to next slide, please. And plagiarism check exchequer. What is there in this actually? I've checked another document in free software, Plagiarism Checker X. Next slide, please. Yes, it shows that the dark part is plagiarized and the light green part is unique and is not plagiarized. Okay, and next slide, please. And in that, it will also give the report in this way, like when it was checked, how many lines, how many pages, how many words it contains. And it also shows various sources from where at what percent from each and every source it shows. The percentage also you can observe 8%, 0%, 4%, 11%, something like that. And it also applies colors to the text which is copied. And next slide, please. Consequences. What happens when we copy? Next slide, please. And consequences actually. Yes, please move fast, because we have 5 or 6 consequences here. Yes, okay. Destroy students' reputation, like suspended or expelled. Even students has to return the claimed scholarship, something like this is one of the consequence. And the next slide, please. And destroys professional reputation. Like you see, damage from the damage from plagiarism follows them for their entire career. Okay. Like they like to be fired as and asked to step down. I've given an example that one vice chancellor from Pondicherry University, due to plagiarism case, stepped down from his position, from vice chancellor position. Okay, this is nothing but the destroys his professional career and destroys academic reputation. Like consequences of plagiarism, like career can be ruined, published an integral part, and some later legal consequences. Copyright lies are absolute, and author sues on plagiarist, and individual may face fines, jail time, and community service in addition to civil case. These are the things, and monetary things like some in between some adjustment will be there in regarding monetary, and they have to return the claims when it comes to students part, and suspension, expulsion, something like. And finally, plagiarized research will come into the market, and people will continue that research again and again. Okay, and the penalties come. Next slide, please. Next slide. Stop. And penalties will be suspension, expulsion, and redo, and F grade, least grade, something like, and returning of scholarship, something like. These are the types of penalties people are facing in so many countries. Whereas in Usmania, because I'm sending back for rewriting. That is only the penalty right now I'm using. And our students, there is a lot of change in Usmania in research activity, because now people are totally involving in their research activity, and even in their report writing, because they are without involving, if that student depends on others, definitely comes under plagiarism. Okay, next slide. How to avoid all these things? Plan ahead and search for information, and learn how to take notes and how to use them, because I'm explaining all these things in various in my lectures, like collect information from various sources, search for information, and learn how to take notes and how to rewrite, how to use them. This is very important, because without taking information from various sources, student or a scholar or faculty member cannot write 150 to 200 pages. Okay, definitely we have to depend on the existing information. For that, just download and rewrite it in your own style, and try to apply like you see citation styles that automatically excludes, and classify your information like facts and common knowledge. No need for citation. And opinions, definitions, attitudes, ideas, theories, findings that require citation. Okay, if any definition we can copying from other source and pasting in our document, it requires citation. Why? Because we cannot modify definition. If you modify, that becomes your own definition. Okay, if you are presenting a existing definition in your work, just you put in the quotation, apply quotes for that, and mention the citation source. Okay. Yes, and like artworks, graphs, statements, and other even everything. If you copy any word, anything, any information, definitely you have to cite, even diagrams and all. Next slide, please. Cite and cite. Each and everywhere you have to cite, because citation are the best friends to writers. And each and every software automatically excludes cited works. And paraphrase and cite, this just ignores, just please. Next slide. This is very important slide, please. Very important one. Yes, what the reader sees and what it means to the reader. Okay. Citation and quotation. If your text document contains and citation, is someone else information in that person's exact words. Like you see, if Mahatma Gandhi given a statement, Swami Vivekananda given a statement, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar given a statement, we cannot modify, we cannot paraphrase that sentence. We have to present as it is. Of course, we have to present, and you put quotations for that and apply citation to that. That will comes under the first category. If any information you are presenting in your document, that is not able to modify, you have to present as it is, just cite and quote. Okay, if there is a citation but there is no quotation marks, that passage is someone else information but expressed in your own way. Even if we are using this in review of literature, we are collecting someone's information, that is various sources, and we are expressing in our own knowledge, known words, and presenting in our document. That not requires quotation, but it requires citation. Okay, if you present proper citation, that will also exclude. And the third category is no citation and no quotation marks, like the passage in your own idea or interpretation expressed in your own way. If your document contains three types, like first chapter, first type, quotations and citation, that automatically excludes. and citation and no quotations, that will also accept and exclude. And no citation, no quotation, then software thinks that this is your own creation. If any text appears in your document without quotes, without citation, then software thinks that that is your own. If anything copied information is there in that, it shows the percentage. Okay, this is the important slide. Just please follow this. I'm already shared this information. You can also have this. And out of it, give credit to the owner. Give credit to the owner. And Control V and Control C is today when don't Control C you can use, but not Control V. You can copy, but you cannot paste as it is. Just you modify and follow some standards like MLS style sheet, and so that it avoids 1 minute please. One minute please, my mobile is restarting. Yes. Attempting any work or project. Next slide, please. Yes. Before attempting any work or project, learn about plagiarism and or dishonesty can lead quotation, loss of career on legal problems. And this is proper quotations because this is part of our topic, citations. Just I'm showing some examples here, like if it is a direct speech in MLA quotations, just you have to mention in that way. Indirect or direct, some paraphrasing, something like if you're paraphrasing something like you have to present in the third way. Please, next slide, please, next slide. Next. Yes. Okay. This is about MLA quotations. If you are following MLA style quotations, just you follow all these three. Like if it is indirect, you have to mention in that way. If it is direct, you are mentioning that way. Next slide, please. API or Chicago, the same sentence will be rewritten according to this style. Same information. If it is MLA style, that will be the previous slide. If it is in API style, if you are presenting in API style, automatically the structure will change and position of each and every part is changed according to the style. Okay, because we are thinking in our own way, it creates problems. You please take help of the software I had already shown, like free bibliographic styles like Jotero, JobRef, Mendeley. You upload your citation into that, it organizes according to this is cites. Previous one is quotations. This is citation. Please come to next slide. If you are taking from a book and you are following MLS citation, next slide, please. Yes. If you are taking from a book and you want to present that information in a given MLS style, yes, that will be like this. Okay. And from a chapter in a book, the information will be changed in that way. You have to add some more into that. Okay, right? This is about article. From if you are taking from an article in a journal, and you have to present in this way. If it is website, that will be in that way. If you're because majority of the cases we are copying from websites. If it is text, just you copy and paste in your rewrite that information in your paraphrasing skills, and you also note down this point of time, and you also mention the website address along with the date from when you copied that information. Okay, this is very important if you see the email style. And book, if it is book something like, you just please follow, because I'll give this presentation. And otherwise you do one thing, you please search for MLS style, Chicago style, API style on Google. It will give a small documents, and it shows how to present each and every one. Like if we take from book, if you take from article, and if the arrangement is different, you follow that. Skip that. Next one. Next slide, please. Next. Yes. This yes. According to my observation in Osmania, because when I checked the thesis from the students, I've observed so many malpractices in that. You see, this is actually one of the student. Actually, this was rejected. What he did, he replaced all O's as zeros, all else as ones. You please observe. Like you see, this is not OF. This is 0F. And the relationships RE 1ATI 0N SHIPS. In that way, what he did, he replaced all those entire document, and he got 0% because no information available on internet as it is. The software will not match this type of information on internet, and rejected later. If anyone found like 0%, 1-2%, when I checked any document, automatically I'll concentrate more on that. Okay. And this is next slide, please. This is yes, you please put this. And this is one of the other type, like the previous slide. Yes, this is what he did. Actually, he added I in front of each and every word, and that I will be in white color in small size, because if it is big size and white color, the space in between two words will be more, automatically we can identify. The intelligent student, what he did, applied white color and in small size, like in 2 or 3 font size. But that I cannot see that I, which is in white color, and the size also we cannot observe more, because in between two words, a common size will be there. And later, this person also got less percentage. I excluded all I's, checked again, and got 93% and rejected. Next slide, please. This student, what he did, he removed all spaces in between words. Yes, you see this a total paragraph is one word. The ideal of social equality holds that entire paragraph is in 2 words, like some a break in between achievement and maximal variance, something like, because any word will not be like this on internet or anywhere. Okay, automatically this student got less percentage, rejected. After solving all these problems, again 80+% got. And the next slide, please. And applied quotation to each and every paragraph, total entire document applied quotation, because all according to Gazette notification, all quoted works will be excluded by the software. Okay, each and every paragraph is quoted, and all the total entire document is quoted, and 0% got. Later, I've removed quotations and checked. Maybe 98% the student got. Okay, next slide, please. As this is a slide where actually what happened, that student converted all text into image, converted text into like print screen, converted into image and pasted in document. And the intelligent student, first 10 pages normal pages, last 10 pages also normal, in between to 20 pages, all 100+ pages are in images, because no image, because even in cross checks existing on internet, it identifies. If you check, if you copy any image from Google and paste in your document, it shows the copied information, and it shows the place from where you copied. Okay, because no image will be like this on internet. And this person got less percentage and later rejected and rewritten and submitted. And conclusion, lack of knowledge, people will do all these things, lack of paraphrasing skills, something like. And if students or scholars, faculty members attend workshops, because I'm also giving some live presentation, because I'm also checking online some examples, some papers, and I'm also giving report at that point of time. And I'm also showing that what software, what it is doing, and how applying, how to modify that text, how to exclude, something like that. Live experience will be there. That is in different case. And try to take help from others. Like you see, if your students are really interested in presenting their document in a proper way, try to take help from the librarians or from faculty members, supervisors, and plagiarism experts, something like, because I'm also acting as mentor to all other students, irrespective of subject area. Because I actually right now already three PhDs are awarded under my guidance, and this year 3 students are submitting their thesis. Still 8 students are working for their PhD. And next slide, please. Actually, this is a slide I've received in my WhatsApp without any source, because I am sorry to say I'm unable to present the source. My slide comes under plagiarism, okay? Because without applying proper citations, this is from former student like elephant, this is from fellow student like penguin, and the new thesis will creates like head will be from elephant and body will be from penguin, and creates one more thesis. Usually people are creating articles and publishing in that way, and professor asks what is the hell it is. Okay, next slide please. This from a lighter side, a small quote like, if you steal from one author, it's plagiarism. If you steal from many, it's research. Okay, Wilson Misner, American playwright, writer. Because I've taken from a source owned by Wilson Misner, American playwright, writer, and I've given total credit to the owner, and I cannot modify the sentence. I have to present that sentence as it is. That is the reason I've applied quotation to that sentence. If you go in the same way, that automatically excludes. Next slide, please. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask.
Thank you so much, Chakravarthi sir, for such an elaborative and lucid presentation. In spite of the technical problems, right from the beginning, you've logged in through your mobile and made the presentation happen.
I also extend thanks to you, ma'am, because you are supported me in my presentation.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure, and thank you very much for sharing your valuable knowledge with all of us. And also big thanks to you for coming forward to create an account for the faculty members of Osmania University, and also helping them to detect the plagiarism, learn how to detect the plagiarism through the Turnitin software. Now the floor is open for the questions. If the participants have any questions, they're free to.
Before you open the floor, I would like to appreciate Dr. A. Chakravarthi.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it's a good session, Dr. Chakravarthi, and most of the scholars have joined here, and I think they have learned the in and out of references, citations, and plagiarism, and it's very good. You have told them as to how they can avoid the plagiarism. It's truly good, and I acknowledge at this time the presence of Dr. N.M. Kandelwala, the senior most accounting teacher, guru of many gurus. We welcome you, sir, and thank you for joining us in this session. And many are there. Many.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Dr. A. Chakravarthi, for joining us.
Madam.
Thank you. Thank
you. Shall I say one sentence? Yeah?
Yes.
I congratulate Dr. A. Chakravarthi for your nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Osmania is one of the biggest universities, and when I was controller of examination, on an average, every year almost 400 theses were submitted by candidates in Osmania University. So I think it is a Hercules task, because without any delay, so you are able to clear all the theses within the time, within days like that. So the students should be very thankful to you, and all the faculty members also very thankful to you. It is a great contribution to university system, because only one man is
thank you, sir,
looking after this job, madam. Because I think there are no helpers also. I think only one attender or some person is there. Only he is taking care about the entire plagiarism process in Osmania University. Because after 2018, now it is made compulsory. When Professor Ramchandra sir was the Vice Chancellor of Osmania University, earlier it was not compulsory. But he is able to clear all the theses within the time. That is the greatness of Dr. A. Chakravarthi. So with this, I once again congratulate.
And not only that, Professor Apparao, whenever we invite him for any lecture of this kind, he readily agrees and he comes forward to share his knowledge.
Yes,
This is something good about Dr. A. Chakravarthi. So I really join you in congratulating.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
And one more thing I have to share at this moment, sir. When any student or faculty member sends any report to me, maybe within 1 hour I'll send the report back, ma'am. Within 1 hour.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir Chakravarthi, sir, there is a question from one of the participants. I can see in the chat box. This is a question from Saida. Like her question is, what if two people have the same idea without copying? What if two people have the same idea without copying?
Okay, actually there is a limit in Gazette notification that up to 14 words, it will not catch anything. If it crosses 14 words, two people having same knowledge and same sentence they formed in their work, automatically it comes under the purview of plagiarism. Later that student has to rewrite.
Yes, we all may have same ideas sometimes, so we'll have to be careful. Whoever probably comes forward first, will be benefited out of it.
Yes,
Anyway, there is one more.
yes, miss. If first person is benefited with that, and second person comes under the plagiarism.
Yes, generally. It is like in commerce, we have a concept FIFO, first in, first out. First, second person will be affected, though he is original.
There is one more question, sir, from Nazish Ahmed. What happened if multiple persons have same? I think it is the same question. I'll move on to the next question from Ravikant. I'm not able to pull it down the chat.
Sir, there is one question in YouTube, sir.
Yes, please ask me.
Sir, how to increase citation in Google Scholar, sir?
How to increase?
Citation in Google Scholar.
Citation in Google Scholar. When you search anything in Google Scholar, automatically it provides with a citation. People can directly copy and paste in your work with citation and work.
Okay, some of my papers added in manual, and it's not.
Manual is nothing but in print journals.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that will not come under citation, because if anyone copies from print document, they have to give citation in print format. Print formats information, not in online.
Not in online. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Now there is one question. Shall I read this question?
Yes, sir.
Now don't scroll, Venkatesh. Hi, sir. In introduction part, we have to present some theory of the topic selected. Mostly it is to be copied from various textbooks or papers, etc. Then it doesn't. Does it comes under plagiarism? If yes, how to avoid it?
Yes. Okay. According to Gazette notification, because we are following 10% and the Gazette notification also we are following. According to that, we are excluding review of literature as well as introduction, because introduction is not there in that notification. Only abstract, summary, recommendations, hypothesis, observations, data analysis part, findings, conclusion. This is the thing where we are checking for the 10%. And what I'm suggesting to my students that remove introduction and write abstract for each and everything. Because people will write abstract for their articles, like for 10 to 15 pages article, they'll write 10 to 20 lines page abstract for that. In the same way, for entire thesis, also student has in an abstract way, because they also insist in presenting abstract. And I exclude introduction when students send abstract. If students are not willing to send the abstract, I'm including introduction into that.
Okay.
Hope the question is answered. What sir is trying to say is, if you are borrowing the concept from a particular textbook, then probably you can rewrite in your own words instead of copying as it is from the textbook. Maybe you can put it in your own words by understanding the concept, so that it will not be subject to plagiarism. And sir, I can see there are many.
Madam, not only rewriting,
sir.
Not only rewriting, at the same time they have to present the citation of that work.
Yes.
From where the concept, they have borrowed it from.
Otherwise, it will our software will catch and it shows copied information.
Hope the question is clarified. There are many praises, there are many accolades from the participants. Chakravarthi sir.
Tell me.
They are happy with your presentation. Are there any further questions from the participants, or shall we call it a day? I hope there are no more questions, sir. So it is now madam, should I propose a vote of thanks?
Yes.
So I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. A.S. Chakravarthi for accepting our invitation and for sharing the valuable inputs with all of us. We all have been immensely benefited by your lecture and the tips shared by you. Thanks to the General Secretary of Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad chapter, Professor V. Usha Kiran, for taking initiative to organize this national webinar on IAA Foundation Day. I also thank the President, Professor D. Obil Reddy, and Vice President, Dr. CMA Murthy, and the Conference Secretary of 43rd All India Accounting Association, Professor V. Apparao, Dr. G. Naresh Reddy, the Treasurer of IAA Hyderabad chapter, for all the support in making this event happen. Thanks to all the office bearers and EC members of IAA Hyderabad branch for being with us. A big thanks to Mr. Venkatesh, the research scholar of Osmania University, without whose technical support this webinar wouldn't have been possible this easily for us. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants for being part of this webinar. Thank you, one and all. I think we can.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
So nearly 400 people are watching your live telecast on YouTube, sir.
500.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great.
400 people. 400 plus.
Great.
Thank you so much, madam, with your support and encouragement.
It's altogether we have very good number registered, and just initially the technical problem was with that.
Yes, ma'am. I thought this will not be continued, but fortunately, after some time I did and successfully completed, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Luckily, we were fortunate enough to listen to your presentation, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for your participation.
Can I exit, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes, sir. You
thank
can.
you. Thank you.
So this is a multidisciplinary subject because it is useful to all the disciplines. So that's why majority of students have joined.
Sir, the participants are not only common streams, sir.
Yes.
All streams, maths, chemistry.
Yes.
Different streams, people are attending this webinar.
So very important topic.
IAA, that is Indian Accounting Association, has become multidisciplinary now.
Yes.
Accounting not only confined to accounting, it is more than accounting.
We are accountable. So that is the reason why we could present this.
Yes. Accountable to all the disciplines.
Accountable to true research.
Yes.
Congratulations, Usha ma'am.
Congrats,
Thank you so much, India and everyone. Bye. We'll exit.
Congratulations, madam. This grand success.
Yeah, thank you.
Chakravarthi నేనే అడ్మిట్ చేసిన మేడం అక్కడ కొట్టేసిన చూసి వెంకటేష్కి ఛాన్స్ ఇవ్వకుండా నా చక్రవర్తి ఎక్కడ దొరుకుతురా అని చూడగానే చక్రవర్తి వచ్చింది అక్కడ లేకపోతే లేట్ అవుతుంది ప్రోగ్రామ్ అట్లా.
Dear participants, please fill the feedback form. Just a minute, I'll send again link.
ఇప్పుడు ఫౌండేషన్ డే ఫస్ట్ టైం ఇంత గ్రాండ్ చేయడం అంటే ఇంతకుముందు ఫౌండేషన్ డే మనం చేయలే అంటే లాస్ట్ టైం ఏదో జస్ట్ మీటింగ్ లాగా అయింది కానీ బట్ దిస్ టైమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ గ్రాండ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ బికాస్ 500 మీన్స్ నాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏ జోక్ వెరీ బిగ్ ఈవెంట్
A very
physically
important topic, sir. This is plagiarism is a
that's
very
right.
important topic.
Maybe around 100 commerce management students might have joined, madam. Around 100 or maybe. Photo of it. Venkatesh, leave, log out గానా? లాగౌట్ అవుతున్నా.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే సార్.
ఎవరు లేరుగా, మన వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోయారు కదా అంతా.
సార్
గోబులెట్ సార్ జాయిన్ కానట్టుంది కదా.
సార్ అసలే రాలేదు సార్.
అవునా? ఎక్కడెక్కడ తెచ్చారు పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ అంతా?
ఏపీ, బీహార్, ఢిల్లీ, హర్యానా, జమ్మూ అండ్ కాశ్మీర్, కర్ణాటక,
ఓ ఆంధ్ర కూడా ఉంటుంది,
జార్ఖండ్, మధ్యప్రదేశ్, ఒడిస్సా, పంజాబ్, రాజస్థాన్, తమిళనాడు, త్రిపుర, ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్, వెస్ట్ బెంగాల్.
ఈ సవిత మేడంది ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ చేయి. కే సవిత
మేడం వచ్చిపోయినట్టుంది సార్.
కాదు, ఒకసారి వీడియో అన్మ్యూట్ చేయి. బెంగళూరు
మేడం క్లోజ్ చేస్తున్నా.
సార్ నమస్కారం.
హలో మేడం, యూ జస్ట్ ఓపెన్ యువర్ వీడియో.
వీడియో వద్దు సార్,
ఓన్లీ ఆడియోనా? ఓన్లీ సౌండ్ ఎఫెక్ట్, నో విజువల్ ఎఫెక్ట్.